What's going on, guys? Hey, in today's video I want to talk about, are backyard chickens worth it or not? Let's get into it. So we've had this little backyard chicken deal going on for, oh, there's somebody sitting in the nest. So anyway, so we live in the city. This is that's our junk pile over there, but this is the size of our backyard. Not very big. We currently do have four hens. This little black one over here is a pullet. She isn't laying yet. Well, her or the silky, one of the two, isn't laying yet. One of them just started laying, but I don't know what she's fussing about. But anyway, so we normally only have two here, but that was, the little black one was one of the chicks that they hatched out, so I let them, raise it up. I fully expected it not to make it, and well, it made it. Rona did not eat it. And then the same thing with the little silky. They were sitting on the eggs. Of course, their eggs here are non-fertile. So I hatched out, or had a silky egg in the incubator. So I gave that to them to hatch out so that they could get off the nest. This is normally what we would have our little baby chicks in. Something I just fashioned out of scrap materials. Works pretty good. Let's talk about this little chicken coop. It is movable. All this is scrap material, like pallets and all. I think I might have, no, these are boards that I took off of pallets. Broke them down. I made one of these before that I used fencing boards, so it's pretty cheap. But this one's actually pallet wood all the way around. Just, it was some nice pallet wood, but pallet wood all the way around. Hardware cloth along the bottom. I did learn a valuable lesson about using chicken wire. I had a bunch of little babies get pulled through the chicken wire by a stray cat. That sucked. But I mean, if you were to have to buy all this material brand new to make something similar to this, these are, I think I did buy the two befores on the bottom. But I'm betting you could do it for $200, $250 tops. You could have something like that for, $50 probably. The good thing about this one here is it's like 2 foot tall. So that wire comes in 2 foot sections, right? So like that is a 4 foot section. So, or a 3 foot. I think it's 3 foot. I don't know, 3 to 4 foot. It's a lot bigger section. I made it this tall on this one mainly because the previous model that I made was 2 foot tall. The run portion of it was 2 foot tall. Still had a house on it on the back or whatever, but the run section was about 2 foot tall. And I had put my black copper Morans in there, and they were not breeding in there. And I think it was because it was too short. Like maybe the male couldn't mount right, or it scared him, or I don't know. Could have just been a bad rooster at the time. However, when I built the second gen, I decided to go with a taller structure just in case I decided to, you know, pin up a couple of hens and a rooster in there, you know, for breeding purposes or whatnot. It'd be tall enough for them to do all their chickeny stuff. So I guess the most common question would be is how much does it cost to feed your backyard chickens versus buying eggs in the store? Well, you know, used to, it was, I don't know, I'm gonna say probably close to cheaper to buy them almost. But nowadays, I would say it's probably way cheaper to do this in the long run anyway. This is just a regular old cheap Tractor Supply laying pellets. They went up a lot, but that bag's like 13 bucks. So basically 3 dozen eggs, you know, at our little less than 3 dozen, about 2.5 dozen really. And that will last my chickens here at the house for a month at least. If I really cut out, man, y'all are loud this morning. If I cut out the ones that were not really laying, the little silky chick and that little black chick, and just had the other two, I guarantee you it'd be more than that, longer than that. I mean, but let's see. You in there laying an egg? Is the other one out yet? She's still in there. You still laying? So another thing, the group of chickens that I got here are not the best layers, right? One of them's a black copper Moran hen, and one of them is a Buff Orpington. Both of which are a little bit larger than you have to have, right? So you could get an Isa Brown, really friendly chicken, and they pop out eggs left and right, and large eggs at that. They're a real small frame, so they, you know, they eat less to produce the same amount of eggs. So, you know, that's something to think about. But if you were to have, you know, a couple of Isa Browns, I'd be willing to bet for, you know, $10 to $15, depending on, you know, where you're at or whatever, a month, you could have easily 40 eggs out of 2 hens a month. They're going to lay an egg when they're, you know, more or less young. They're going to lay an egg every day, every other day. You know, they'll skip a day here and there, but mostly every day. So we'll just average it out to 5 eggs a week per hen. That's 10. So 40 eggs. So yeah, 40 eggs out of 2 hens for most people. 40 eggs a month is going to be plenty. Easily cheaper to to do it. Now, if you were to go organic, all that, that's going to drive up your cost of your feed. However, if you go buy organic eggs, they're going to be a whole lot more expensive. When I'm talking about our eggs in our neighborhood supermarket are going for like $4.50 a dozen, and that's the cheap eggs given the cheap food. You know, popping out eggs in a little 1x1 cage. My chickens run around, have fun, run from the dog. The dog, knock on wood, hadn't ate any in a long time or played aggressively with any in a long time. Anyway, I highly recommend it. You don't, like I said, you don't have to have a crap ton of them. You don't even have to have a coop, you know, as big as the one that I got if all you got's 2 hens. So yeah, one good thing that you know, having backyard chickens affords you is chickens eat almost anything, right? They will eat you know, all your table scraps. I say all, a lot of your table scraps, vegetables, whatever you wish to feed your chickens, really. And then they'll turn that into eggs. So you can supplement your actual chicken feed that you buy. You know, I don't know how much they get from this yard, but they're constantly out in the yard scratching, pecking, getting bugs, whatever, doing what chickens do. And so, you know, we're going to feed less feed than, say, a factory where they're stuck in a box. They're going to be getting some of their nutrients from the yard. And then if you have scraps and you throw that out to them, they're going to get some of their nutrients from that. So I really think it's a very, very cost productive way of getting eggs. And if you only have a couple of chickens, it's not nasty. I mean, it's not. Now, if you get a bunch of them, yeah, it can get sketchy. You'd want to keep that away from the house. But just a couple of chickens, it's not bad. We have to clean up after this dog way more than we do the chickens. So here you go. There is a chicken turd. And, well, there's our little dog, Chewy. So that's even bigger. But let's see where Rona's at. I'm sure she's normally over here. Oh yeah, here we go. So that is Rona. So in the grand scheme of things, that chicken turd is small compared to what else we got going on here. So, you know, like I said, if you have several of them, it could get out of hand, because they will like start pooping on your patio furniture or something like that, maybe, where the dog typically won't. But anyway, I'm just gonna make this short video about how much I think it cost us to feed our chickens, and especially now in this time, I think it's very profitable to have your own backyard chickens. If you would, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.